So we talked earlier today. We were talking about needing only a 5th place to wrap it up. So what were your scores today? 22-12?
Yeah, I think it was 22-12, but was able to pull it off. And after that first moto, I was kind of freaking out. Points lead was kind of diminished to 10 points, and I knew I had to get a good start in that second moto, which I did. But then Alessi pulled a bonehead move and never shut off into that corner and took us both down. And was sitting there standing on top of my bike trying to hold me there. I don't know what he was trying to do, but I kept my bike running, and finally I just waited for him to get off my bike, and I got up and I won the championship.
So where did Walker come into play in that whole tournament?
I don't know. All I know is me. I was trying to push Mike. He was standing on my bike, and I was trying to push him off of it, and so I could get going, and he wouldn't get off. And then all of a sudden Matt barrels in there and was trying to help me out, which is cool, But I really don't know. But thanks, Matt. You helped me out a little bit. But that's how it all went down.
So what's going through your mind in the first moto when you're so far back?
And I got a pretty decent start that first moto and landed on Hepler's bike when he crashed and went down really hard. And by the time I got going and got my chain on my bike and all that, I was so far back, and I had no idea where I was at, but I just kept on charging and tried to get some points. I think I got close, but I think 22nd. But you know what? Just rode as hard as I could and went to the second moto and tried to do what I could.
So you had to put your chain back on?
Yeah. Well, it took me a while to get my bike tweaked back together, and I started it and I put it in gear, and it was just making a clicking noise. I was like, what the heck? I looked down and my chain was off on the rear sprocket, so I put it back in neutral and somehow got my chain back on, just rolled it back on like you do on a bicycle, and just went from there. And the whole time I was freaking out, kind of thinking my chain's gonna fall off, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. So what's going through your mind on the line start second moto?
I was somewhat calm. I knew what I had to do, and didn't have the best gate pick, but picked the best one I could, and I knew I was going to have to hole shot or get a good start, and I came out second. I just left it on longer than everybody and going into the first corner, and came out second, and then that's when Alessi tried a sweet move.
Sweet move. So I saw you holding your elbow afterwards? Yeah,
actually, my whole right side's pretty banged up, but I went and had the docs hook me up and feeling a lot better now.
Looks like you got some bitch and scallops on your side there.
Yeah, I'm pretty beat up, but you know what? I'll take it with that #1 plate.
So how does it feel? Number 1.
Feels good. I don't think it's really sunk in because it was such a bad day. It's kind of, it's I don't know. It hasn't sunk in. I'm sure it will tonight, and it feels good. I just like to thank everybody that's helped me out along the way.
I can remember watching you, when you're on Team Plano, seeing the hot sauce patch and thinking, what kind of nickname is that?
Out of control.
Dude, watching you, I would have never thought that guy's going to be one of our national champs.
Hey, I don't think anybody did. I think me and Kenny Watson were sitting right here, we were talking about it earlier, it's like I've just had to work my way from the bottom somewhat, and I've had a lot of good people to help me do that, and the Lord's blessed me with it, and what can I say? It's been a good couple years.
Compare this to your Supercross titles.
I think it's a lot better. Supercross titles are cool, but outdoor title, that's huge, and it feels great because it's not what I'm best at, and I came through this year, so it feels good.
All right. Pick that number yet?
I don't know. I'll think about it tonight. I'll ask a few people and see what. I'll write a few numbers down and see what looks good.
All right. Congratulations.
All right. Thanks a lot.